I made 20K in 3 months dropshipping on Depop, but I've decided to make a switch to branded dropshipping and try and build something good for the future that's actually sustainable. This is day 2 here, and I'm here to tell you that AI is your best friend. Yeah, this is day 2 of the series where I'm just showing you guys every day what I've been doing. I've actually decided to write some stuff down on a notepad, if you can see that. I don't know why the camera settings are so bad, bro. It's like bright as, but anyway, I've just written down what I did for the day. To be honest, today I definitely overconsumed. I watched a lot of videos and barely took any action. So that might be a hint for what's to come tomorrow. But I started the day off for some reason. This is my first point here. It says, don't know how customer service works. And now looking back on this at the end of the day or the next morning, this is the most useless thing ever. If you don't have a website, you don't have any clue who you're even targeting, why would you be worrying about customer service? Like, that genuinely does not matter. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking about that. I did write I'll introduce it a lot later, I'm guessing, which is true. So, yeah, that's quite irrelevant. I don't know why I was thinking of that. But we moved on to some more relevant stuff after that. We have researching different variants of the product. So, identified who my big competitors are by using AI. So you really want to be using AI for anything research related. It just means that you don't have to be going through websites and forums and whatever else yourself to find information. AI literally just does it straight for you. So I found 3 different competitors who are selling the same product as me, but each of these 3 sell a different version of it. So I'm still trying to decide which one I want to use. They all have pros and cons, but I think some outweigh the others. What I did with that is I went on to AliExpress, which is AliExpress. Everyone knows what AliExpress is. It's just a Chinese marketplace, but it's like the non-wholesale version of Alibaba, where everyone pretty much sources their stuff from. So you can find the exact products that these companies are selling for like $5. So I ordered all 3 of those different variants off AliExpress. I'm gonna test them all myself, then whichever one I think is best, I'll put that on my page to begin with. But then I used ChatGPT a bit more to research more competitors' brands and find the niche that they were targeting. And then I used it again to find the unique niche slash angle so I could stand out in the future. So basically, I found the angle they were targeting or the angle in the niche they were targeting, and then try to figure out how I could be different or how the brand could be different in targeting something else. But it ended up telling me that I probably shouldn't do this. It told me that I should just target the same audience as them, and the reasoning it gave me was pretty good. It's that if they're already targeting that and they're doing well, then there's obviously existing demand. So you can be better off sticking with that same market, but you can change your angle a little bit or even broaden your angle. Because some of these companies, they're just targeting one angle each, like one sub angle, whereas my brand could target, say, all 3 of those, which then opens you up to a bigger consumer base and whatever, whatever. So yeah, the most important, this is what I have written down. The most important thing I gained is that improving the product will be what separates my brand rather than changing the marketing angle. So yeah, I think this is actually true, but this won't be achievable till much further down the line. So yeah, you don't really have much of a choice to start off with. You kind of have to supply the products that you're given or that you can actually get off AliExpress or Alibaba. Um, but definitely developing a better product can set you apart from the competitors. For me, especially for what I'm running, I'm not gonna say it. People just don't want others to copy them, I guess. But I've seen people not reveal um what they're selling, so I'm just gonna go with that, bro. I can't lie. Um, but yeah, changing your product and improving it is obviously going to set you apart from your different competitors, but that comes a lot later down the line. So this is kind of the blueprint that ChatGPT gave me. You begin by buying the products and testing them, and then you can do your customer research to find the main issue that you're targeting, and then you can validate out of so for example, for me, I'm ordering the three products, and then I'll pick one of those, and then I'll try and validate that product by drop shipping it. And then eventually, if I do good enough numbers, I don't know exactly what the metrics are. I don't know how I'm supposed to know that either, or who I'm supposed to ask. Let me just get the watch back in frame. Um, but yeah, I don't know what the exact metrics are supposed to be for me to actually start branding. But then the next step after you've validated your product by dropshipping is you can actually reach out to the manufacturers to start branding your product. And then even after that, you can uh, make improvements to the product to actually set yourself apart from the competitors. And then, yeah, the last step is just to like fully launch your brand. I think that doesn't really mean much to be honest, but yeah, my next point here is that I'm actually big about creating a brand that provides value. I'm starting off with organic ads, which doesn't have good rep in the dropshipping community. A lot of people, they just capitalize on trends. They run a pump and dump for like a month or something, and then once the numbers start to drop off, they just fully bin it. They don't have any interest in turning it into an actual brand or actual company that provides value to people. So yeah, that's a big thing for me. And then at the end of the day, I worked from about, I don't want to say worked because I was basically just watching YouTube the whole time and trying to learn stuff. Um, but I worked from 9 a.m. to about 9 p.m. with probably like 1 or 2 hour breaks in there. It actually didn't seem too hard for me because I'm really enjoying what I'm doing, to be honest. But yeah, um, by the end of the day, I was trying to build the four foundational docs that Mark Builds Brands is very heavy on and that he actually created. So shout out to him. There's so much value in there, but I was confused on whether I was supposed to build those before or after I build my website. I was leaning towards before, obviously, because you use that to help the AI write the copy and generate the images for the website. But in the first step, um, it says to upload your, I think it's a sales page. And obviously, I didn't have a sales page because I didn't have a website yet. But if you are wondering how to do that, just go to one of your competitors' sales pages and then just upload that. You gotta download it as a PDF and then upload that, yeah. So you don't have to have a website before you do that. You're not supposed to either. Um, and then yeah, basically I used AI for all of this stuff. It's actually so useful. It's basically like having a free mentor, or it's kind of not free, but uh, basically free if you stay on the free plans. I'm definitely planning to upgrade to Claude today. Sorry, upgrade to Claude Pro today. It's like 35 a month, but if you think about it, it's like one sale, and that covers the whole month, so it's definitely going to be worth it. But yeah, today I definitely overconsumed content, which I don't know, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to be honest, because jumping into something blind, in my opinion, is not a good idea at all. Like, obviously, you'll learn from it, but there's a lot of small mistakes that you can prevent if you just have a little bit of background knowledge before you jump into a task like, I don't even know, but any of the tasks I mentioned before. But yeah, that's basically the whole day two of what I've done. So that's that's it really. Hope you guys got a little bit of value out of the video. Basically, the main thing to do is use AI. If you have any questions, just go to AI. I'll tell you. Claude, ChatGPT. I like Claude more for research. I've heard it's better, so that's why I use it. But yeah, if you guys got any value out of this or you just enjoyed watching this, um, just hit subscribe and I'll be back for day three.